Happy Monday, everyone. As promised, I have a new story for you. And this one comes from the book, The Chicken Soup for the Heart and Soul, Part 3 by Julie Manhand. And the story's name is An Afternoon at the Park. But for me, a better title is A Meeting with God. So I hope you enjoy the story. There was once a little boy who wanted to meet God. He knew it was a long trip to where God lived. So he packed his suitcase with Twinkies and a six-pack of root beer, and he started his journey. When he had gone about 3 blocks, he met an old woman. She was sitting in the park on a bench, just staring at some pigeons. The boy sat down next to her and opened his suitcase. He was about to take a drink from his root beer when he noticed that the old lady looked hungry, so he offered her a Twinkie. She gracefully accepted and smiled at him. Her smile was so pretty that the boy wanted to see it again, so he offered her a root beer. Once again, she smiled at him. The boy was delighted. They sat there all afternoon, eating and smiling, but they never said a word. As it grew dark, the boy realized how tired he was, and he got up to leave. But before he had gone more than a few steps, he turned around, ran back to the old woman, and gave her a hug. She gave him her biggest smile ever. When the boy opened the door of his own house, a short time later, his mother was surprised by the look of joy on his face. She asked him, "What did you do today that made you so happy?" He replied, "I had lunch with God." But before his mother could respond, he added, "You know, she's got the most beautiful smile I've ever seen." Meanwhile, the old woman, also radiant with joy, returned to her home. Her son was stunned by the look of peace on her face and asked, "Mother, what did you do today that made you so happy?" She replied, "I ate Twinkies in the park with God." But before her son responded, she added, "You know, he's much younger than I expected." I love this story because it's a great reminder for all of us about our true nature. In spite of what they, made us believe when we were young that, human nature is to compete. That's not true. Our true nature is to cooperate and to not hate, but to love and to care. And it's definitely not survival of the fittest, but rather our ability to care for one another, to cooperate, and to always look after those that cannot help themselves. And this story beautifully illustrates that when we act from our real nature, we are God's. There is God-like essence in all of us, and we should really learn to practice more being God. And given that today is Monday, the first day of the week, let that be your theme every day this week. Try to be God, and consequently, you will meet God in other people by being kind, by giving your best, and by expecting the best out of life. I hope you have enjoyed the story. I will see you next Monday with another inspirational story and lesson. In the meantime, help me hit my goal of 400 subscribers by sharing this story with as many people as possible. In the meantime, stay grateful, stay safe, and remember that we get from life what we give life. Thank you.